I'll show you a family from my line that I have recorded in the Roots Magic program on my computer. The father's name was James George Worley, and the mother was Mary Ann Smallman. When my Aunt Ethel was alive, I asked her what she knew of her parents, brothers and sisters. Among the many facts she could give me, I learnt that there were 2 younger children who had died before she was born. She did not know their names, but thought they were girls. I found one of them called Esther, but it's only recently I've been able to work out the name of the other child. In this video, I'll show you the steps that I took, including the purchase of a birth certificate from the General Register Office. I found the details of several of the children on parish records, but there was still one child missing. Here, I have called the child unknown for the time being and assumed the date of birth was between Leonard in 1898 and Esther in 1903. This is the family on the 1911 England and Wales census. In this census, it does record the number of children who have died, in addition to those who were alive at the time the census was taken. So this confirms what my aunt had told me, that there were 2 children who died in infancy. I used FreeBMD to search for the children. Births were selected. I entered just the surname, the period in question, and the location. It found these girls: Florence Annie, Mabel, and Lillian. Esther, I know about. And Ethel, my aunt. There are also these boys, Eric and George. Here, I did a search for births in ancestry.co.uk, looking just at parish records. I entered the surname only. The year, 1902, but to include 5 years each side. And the family's location. It found Florence Annie, but with a father named Leopold, therefore not my family. Mabel also in the same family, with the father Leopold. Esther, a known family member, who died in infancy. Clara, apparently in my family. Leonard Valentine, a known family member. And Wilmot, also a known family member. I decided to check the original image for Clara. Here's the name on the parish register. This appears to be my Uncle Claude, but I can see how the indexer made a mistake, and transcribed the name as Clara. From the list of children found on FreeBMD, I have accounted for all but 3, George, Eric, and Lillian. Next, I did a search for each of these names on the 1911 England and Wales census. I could not find George on the census. But I did find Eric, with a father, Edward, therefore not my family. Lillian was found in the family with the father's name of Leopold. It appeared that the only possibility for the missing child, in my family line, was George. To confirm that there was a George who died in infancy, I did a further search in Ancestry. I entered the birth year and location. Also a year for his death to include 2 years on each side. It found the record for the birth, and also a death record in the same year. Clicking the birth record brought up the General Register Office district, volume and page numbers, to enable me to order the certificate. Back on the results page, I clicked to see the image of the death index. This showed George in Leeds, with an age of 0, in other words, less than 1 year old. therefore the birth and death records appear to be for the same person. Now I'll step through the ordering process for a birth certificate. Complete your login details, or click Registration if you have not yet registered. Enter the certificate type. Here, I select Birth Certificate. Confirm that the index reference numbers are known. Enter the year of birth. This screen shows your personal details. Check the information and click Submit. Complete the field for the surname at birth and the forename, or forenames if more than one. Select the quarter in which the birth took place. Type the district name. Enter the volume number and page number. Scroll down. Put in a reference for your order for this particular certificate. On this screen, you can add a reference for the total order, and check that all the details are correct. This is the final check. If all is correct here, you click Proceed with payment. Go through the payment routine. Finally, you receive a confirmation that your order has been accepted. A few days after placing this order, I received the certificate for George. On checking his parents' names, I found them to be from the right family. All the research I did enabled me to obtain the correct certificate. I wish you success with your family history research.